You know, I've been doing a bit at the beginning of every video in Series 11. Should I do a bit about last episode?
You better not hit me.
Get out that door!
Got this.
Parks won't be asked to stand, she won't protest, and your kind won't get above themselves.
My kind.
Yeah, your kind. Stay in your place.
Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, we'll just sort of leave that one alone. Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with Doctor Who. Last time on Doctor Who we had Rosa, where on their first historical outing, the Doctor took Ryan, Yaz, and Graham back in time to Montgomery, Alabama in 1955. Maybe one of the worst places you could have gone, so yeah. But we did meet Rosa Parks, and that was awesome. Great meeting Rosa Parks. Ryan also met Dr. King, which was pretty cool too. And they were basically trying to stop an alien, a racist future guy who wanted, as he said, black people to stay in their place. And he was going to stop Rosa Parks from doing her whole sit down, and that would prevent the civil rights movement. Let's face it, the villain was incredibly dumb, but what was good was Rosa Parks. Brilliant. Very, very, very brilliant. And the Doctor and the gang ended up actually having to be part of history because there were 3 less people on the bus, and so the Doctor, Graham, and Yaz all had to stay on that bus to force Rosa to try to sit in the white section. Yeah. Which is for loading and unloading of race. Okay, I had that joke in my mind, and I was like, this is stupid, don't say this, but there it is. Yeah, this is where I say no spoilers in the comments, and be civil in the comments. We can add that too. And with that, I guess we should just move on to this episode of Doctor Who. Here we go.
What are you again?
I'm your niece's wife, sir.
Exactly. But you get things done. Now, this could destroy me for 2020. So, make it.
I thought while we were finalising, I'd come in and familiarise myself so I can hit the ground running when we officially open.
You're fired. I say where we go.
Okay. Meanwhile, on a Doctor Who episode. Jeez, the time vortex is crazy looking now.
And I've got mobile signal again.
Wow.
But no messages. But to be fair, it's only half an hour since you left.
Nah.
What, half an hour since we were with you in that warehouse?
Yeah. Time machine. Hello. Although she's normally not that accurate.
I suppose this is it.
Aw, she wants to keep him.
There's loads to see. By yourself?
Kinda.
I suppose.
Aw. She is so aching for companions.
Do you want to come for tea at night? Definitely. Yes, I would. Thanks.
Aw.
I love to look at your views. Never had a flat. I should get one. I'd be good in a flat. I could get a sofa.
I don't know.
Imagine me with a sofa, like my own sofa. I could get a purple one and
Ooh,
sit on it.
I like this.
Am I being weird?
A little bit, yeah.
Nah.
Trying to do small talk. I thought I was doing quite well. It's work. Maybe I'm nervous.
Can you not get
Socially
a...
awkward. I'm still figuring myself out.
Yeah. Can you not get a sofa in the TARDIS?
And you know what it's evidence of?
A conspiracy.
Exactly. A total conspiracy.
Oh, no.
And getting worse.
I love a conspiracy.
Oh, don't tell her that.
Can you pick me up from work?
What? Now? I'm just in the middle
Yes, now. It's urgent. I'll text you the address.
Oh.
Don't let on.
Oh. She was the one that got fired. Okay. Bit of domestic life.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't had that in a while.
Something.
Since
If I drop it at work for her.
Donna, really.
She never brings anyone around.
Married to the job.
At least I've got a job to be married to.
Oh,
Bye.
Hope you don't crash.
damn.
Now.
Sisters. I used to have sisters. I used to be a sister. in a local hospital. Actually turned out to be a training camp for the Quiston calcium assassin.
That's interesting. She says, I used to be a sister. They've really recently gotten vague about pre-Hartnell. Oh, was this their place?
You'll have to learn how to change the Hoover back now. Can't work out where I kept the spares.
Aww. Oh, every time. I love it. Okay, those are some spider webs.
What did you say I've been to?
Oh, Daisy.
Oh my God, Anna! I'm sorry.
Spiders don't do that.
Yeah.
Do they?
He's mummified.
Good question, Ryan.
Yep. Okay. Found it. Whoop. Okay. I hope nobody's arachnophobic.
It's your dad's handwriting, isn't it?
Looks like it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're not going to open it?
Nah.
He didn't show up to the funeral.
What happened? Who stabbed you?
I did.
Hands in the air, both of you.
What the hell?
As of right now, you're both trespassing upon my property.
Put the gun down. Please, sir.
My hotel, my rules.
Police
You were
officer.
fired. Would you like to see how good your mother really isn't?
This guy is a fuckface. God damn it.
We're trying to send a message.
Rand, what the hell are you doing? Okay, we're just gonna ignore that.
Escort you off the grounds. Forever.
Scheduled bathroom breaks.
What the hell?
Checked this room yesterday. It wasn't like this.
Uh-oh. One of those spiders is here.
Did you hear that?
Okay, so the
Yeah.
corporate asshole is not involved with spiders. Oh, no. Oh, this guy's gonna get it, and I don't feel bad. Well, you dick! Not Kevin!
You got Kevin.
We got Kevin.
I have no more Kevin.
Oh, no.
I'm compromised.
This guy really cared about Kevin. Oh, no, Kevin! Can we get an F in the chat for Kevin?
Hi.
Can we talk?
Looking for Kevin.
Oh, that's bad. Oh.
I've never seen an escalator in a hotel.
They know we're here, and they're trying to seal us in.
Oh, great. We're stuck.
Trying to make the whole hotel their web. And where are the flies?
You know what, Doc? This is why you need a knife, so you can cut your way out.
Sorry, I don't know who you are.
Oh, well, really? Well, because you must be the only person on the planet that doesn't.
Are you Ed Sheeran? Is he Ed Sheeran?
Tuh.
Everyone talks about Ed Sheeran roundabout now, don't they?
I am not Ed Sheeran. I am Jack Robertson, and this is my hotel, which is just one small part of my business portfolio as featured in Fortune Global 500. Does that
Wow,
ring
she
a bell?
does not
I'm
care.
not impressed right now. Is that impressive?
He's running for president in 2020.
Ed
No.
Sheeran?
No, him. Robertson.
Oh, I haven't.
I've heard you're only running because you've hated Trump for decades.
Please don't mention that name. Look, I was just attacked.
That's very strange.
So what do we do?
Why are you asking her?
Cause she's in charge, bro.
Says who?
Says her.
How do you all know each other? Mum, can you shut up a second?
Well, damn.
We need two things.
Spiders.
A hotel and a captive spider.
This conversation got really derailed.
I'm not getting.
Are you two seeing each other?
Nuh.
I don't think so. Are we?
We're friends.
I
Meh.
opened up to my life.
What was the site before?
I don't have clarity on that.
I do. Coal mines. This was mining land.
Okay.
You're not going down there. It's too dangerous.
I eat danger for breakfast.
Oh.
I don't. I prefer cereal. Or croissants. Oh, there's a little fried Portuguese. Never mind, it's not important.
Only the doctor could ruin a saying like that.
Keep out. Danger of death. You are not authorized to go in here.
Dude, I have all the authorization I ever need.
Oh.
Look what people do now.
Doctor.
You guys, stay back.
Is that a giant
Keep an eye out
spider?
for me.
Oh no, those are bodies.
Do you know who this is?
Kevin?
Her name is Frankie.
Oh, it's Frankie.
Look what they did to her.
Why? They're outsized and confused. All their behavioral patterns have been disrupted. How did they get like this?
Oh, so it's not even like...
This is not what spiders do.
They're really just confused spiders. Dropped his gun.
Never mind the specialist material that hasn't been properly preserved. A soup of toxic waste, incredibly badly managed.
Huh.
I mean, there's no outlet for it. It's just building and marinating and becoming more and more toxic. It's a botched job.
I didn't know.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
That's what she was telling you when I saw you. That woman, Frankie. She was telling me the site is... Bits of this is leaking out above here. It's in my kitchen. My husband's right. It's a conspiracy. Do you have any idea how annoying it is when my husband's right?
Look, I've never even been down here. It doesn't even add up.
Does for me.
So this is screwing with the
During
spiders.
our disposal, our waste included something that we thought was dead, but was still just alive, and with enough food in all that waste to survive.
Oh, jeez.
Enough toxicity to mutate and to keep on growing.
Jeez, okay. This is interesting. It's actually just not aliens. They're just freaky spiders. This is about corporatism or whatever.
Says that I can live with him now, being that he's my proper family. I don't like that he put that proper family. He's not proper.
Well.
Ryan, what? Did you check the ceiling?
Oh, no.
No.
Damn it, we were having a moment.
Neither did I.
Huge stash of weapons. Enough for all of us. Enough for 2 guns apiece.
Oh, mate, she's not gonna like that.
No, I'm not. You are
Nah.
not shooting those creatures. Here's what we're gonna do.
Shoot them!
We're not gonna shoot them!
What's wrong with you people? What is wrong with this country? Why don't you do what normal people do? Get a gun, shoot things like a civilized person.
He really is American, Jesus.
Raise? Am I right?
I don't know what you're saying.
A rave?
Yes. You're so uncool right now.
Well, that's an interesting idea.
It's grown too big.
She's suffocating. She's got too big to breathe efficiently.
Oh, jeez.
So what do we do? Just leave her?
Uh-oh.
My rules.
Keto!
President of the United States.
No, you are not. Oh.
This is what the world needs right now. This is what's going to get me into the White House.
What even the fuck?
God help us all.
Nuh. That guy wanted to run against Trump. What the fuck? So that's just over. Well, that sucks. Tad anticlimactic.
You can tell me the truth about how you know the doctor?
Yeah. When I get back.
Hurry up, will ya?
She's gonna leave.
Doc, the thing about grief is it needs time. Well, I don't want to sit around my house waiting for it to go away. Because that house is full of grace and it makes it so much harder.
Aww.
You're like the best person I've ever met.
You're pretty awesome.
Aww.
You're right, I suppose.
Aww.
You're not gonna come back as the same people that left here.
But that's all right. I think that's good.
I can't guarantee that we'll come back to the same time.
My fam. No, it still doesn't quite work. Team TARDIS?
Nuh.
We'll take that.
Team TARDIS.
Welcome aboard.
I like that.
Properly.
Alright.
Want to do it together?
We're all gonna pull the lever? Ah!
I love this bit.
That was cool. Alrighty, that's episode 4. Pretty basic. Pretty basic. Like, I could kind of... Honestly, it kind of reminds me of like a Tenet episode, honestly. Yeah. Like, I feel like it definitely, like, reminded of that. I guess just because of the, the sort of modern setting and, I don't know, this is sort of the asshole. That guy sucked. Goodness. Like, are we kidding? Like, what? You know what's satisfying, at least? Watching this in 2021, and it's like, okay, that guy, he was, in canon of Doctor Who, he was going to run against Trump in order to be president, but honestly, he sounds just as bad. He's only doing it, I guess, because he doesn't like Trump, but it's like, oh, this is what's going to get me the White House. It's like, you know what's satisfying? Sitting in 2021 and that not being the case. No one like him, no one like Trump. No matter what you feel about Joe Biden is not that fuck. Jesus Christ. So, anyway, and we're not going to get political on here and stuff, but god damn. He definitely, though I will say when he was like, oh, this is what you do. This is what you do in a real country. You get a gun and you shoot people. It's like, this is what every American looks like to the rest of the world. And in some parts of America, that is unfortunately accurate. I'm not like that as an American, but I can't deny that is a thing. There are Americans that would think that way. That is probably the worst part. See, that's the thing is, as we were going through the episode, I was thinking, man, this guy is so horrible. And he's such a cartoon, too, honestly. He's so ridiculous and over the top. And I was thinking, oh, man, we haven't had the best. Like, I feel like if anything has been really lacking this season, it's been the villains. Like, Tim Shaw, he was okay. He was probably the best one we've had. It's like, okay, here's just this, the evil warrior guy, whatever. Like, he's just sort of a standard villain. But then, I mean, I guess we don't really get a villain in the Ghost Monument, but like the guy that was running the rally, and then last episode with the space racist, and now with Jack Robertson, is like, man, I do have to say that the villains are kind of lacking, but at the same time, he's not like inaccurate. He's ridiculous, but unfortunately, it's like, yeah, okay, here's an American businessman who's just a prick. And he just wants to, let's just shoot and kill the spiders. And it's like, he's accurate. He's unfortunately accurate. And when you put someone like that against the Doctor, that is what would happen, That is what would happen. So, it's one of those things where it's like, I hate this guy, but he's honestly like, he is honestly accurate, I guess. So, but still, so far, not the best villains this season. I will have to say that at least. While that's the thing, I like everything else this season. Like I enjoy Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor. I think she's doing a great job. I love our companions; they're great additions, and the stories have been pretty decent. Especially last episode was great, but the thing that's lacking this season are the villains, definitely. So, anyway. To go into the notes, we had tea, which was fun, seeing a bit of Yaz's family. Which is good, because, yeah, Yaz is sort of, we haven't seen much of her life. She's sort of just been, roped in with everyone else. We saw a lot of, obviously, Ryan and Graham are family, and then, with Grace. So we saw a lot of that. But yeah, we only heard mention of Yaz's sister and her family. So that was kind of cool to see. Oh. And it's interesting. I like that her mother kind of has an appropriate reaction to the Doctor, like, well, okay, yes, it's great that we have this, Doctor who's helping us with the spiders and everything and saving the day, but who is she? How does she know my daughter? Like, honestly, those are legitimate questions. Now, she doesn't push it, you know, like, yes, at the end she was like, oh, well, you can explain to me everything about this doctor, you know? But she's not, like, I feel like, again, she's sort of a callback. Man, it's weird that I have to say that she is a callback to Jackie and to Mrs. Jones, but she honestly is sort of a callback to that, which is so strange that we have gone so far in the show that having a mother is like, you know, a callback. Goodness. I mean, but that's, you know, Jackie Tyler, that's 15 years of television ago, you know? That was so long ago when we really stop and think about it, but it is sort of that. But she's not pushing it, you know, unless the only thing I could see, you know, if they really wanted to go all out with that sort of bringing back that sort of Jackie, Mrs. Jones sort of vibe, is if when they come back, it's not, you know, half an hour later. It's actually like, oh, you know, months or weeks or however many, you know, however long it is. And then, you know, her family is worried. So, I don't know. We'll have to see if they actually do that, though. But yeah, we also got mentioned, I did like the doctor saying, it's like, oh, sisters. I used to have sisters. I used to be a sister. Which is interesting because it's like, oh, well, but weren't you, this is the first time you've been a woman, right? Right? But that's the thing, is that they've been playing around with that for a little while, you know, before this season even. Like, you know, there were numerous occasions where the 12th Doctor, you know, like when he's talking about Missy, he's it's like, oh, she was my man crush. Like, oh yeah, back then she was a man. I think I was. I'm not sure though, you know? And we've also had even Missy saying like, oh, well, you know, I remember back when he was a little girl, you know? It's like, they have sort of like joked around with that. So you can never really like stop and like be like, wait, what? So wait, before the first Doctor, were you like a girl? So, well, how would that work? Like, if you try to think of how that works, it falls apart. So you can just take it as the Doctor's just saying some shit, you know? It's like, if you think about it too hard, it makes no sense. So we just sort of move past that. Anyway, but yeah, I just thought that was funny. Just anytime they sort of bring that up, even though like we've also had Clara going back and meeting, you know, basically the Doctor when he was a kid, and I'm pretty sure that was a boy. Although it was a kid's voice, you could leave it open to interpretation. I don't know. That'd be weird. That'd be really weird. Of course, with all that, you know, that makes the first Doctor in Twice Upon a Time that much stranger. Let's not think too hard about it. If you think too hard about it, it all falls apart. Basically, the Doctor just said, oh yeah, I used to be a sister. Don't think too hard about that. Anyway. Spiders. That was interesting. Just, you know, again, sort of what feels like just a modern episode, like a, you know, I guess is like contemporary episode, like in the current year. And, yeah, I do like episodes like that. And it definitely reminded me of a Tenet episode. Like, I feel like we haven't had much of that for a while. Like, well, okay, I mean, I guess we had stuff like, you know, The Caretaker and stuff like that, which that's the only thing that's coming to the top of my head. Or even the stuff with the monks in Series 10. So just that sort of thing. But I feel like we sort of lost that a bit during the Moffat era. But maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Yeah, because now I'm slowly remembering every other thing. Okay, I'm crazy. But yeah, but that was nice. I did write down specifically Hotel Dick before we knew his name. I didn't write down Jack Robertson, but I remember it. But I did write down Hotel Dick, which, I mean, you know, obviously you don't want any Hotel Dick, and specifically not that guy. He is a straight Hotel Dick. But Hotel Dick in general, I mean, I don't think you... Move on from the joke? Okay, we'll move on. But yeah, it's like, he's a dick, but at the same time, he's weirdly accurate. It's like, yeah, okay, here's this, you know, ignorant businessman who's, it's just good business. This guy isn't freaking Cutler Beckett. but it's just good business. And, you know, it's just like, oh, I don't know what happens. It's not my fault. It's like, okay, all of that. He you know what it is? It may just be that he's too obvious, you know? He may just be too obvious, where it's like, okay, yeah, I get it. He is honestly accurate, and it's like, oh, this is what's going to give me the White House. And like, fucking Jesus. But people think like that, you know? I remember after Trump won the presidency, I remember reading a thing. It's like, oh, several, you know, CEOs now think that they can run for president or some shit like that. You know, you just sort of see that. And when you think about that, it's like, well, fuck that. No. Keep your business dicks away from the presidency. You're not cut out for that, you know? And again, you know, without getting too political, how many politicians are up for that? Well, that's going down the rabbit hole right there. But still, fucking people like Donald Trump or Hotel Dick Jack Robertson, it's like, no, fuck this guy. We don't want you in the fucking White House. Fuck you. Ugh. But that's the thing, is like, I guess it's because it's so, like, maybe one thing to its detriment is the fact that it's so obvious, you know? He's very obvious that it's like, oh, well, he's just some fucking hotel dick, and, you know, whatever. But, yeah, so I don't know. It's just, it's very obvious, but it's accurate. He's just sort of annoying. So, again, villains this season have not been amazing. Like, everything else I think is working out really well, but the villains are definitely a sort of negative I have this season. So, yeah. Make of that what you will, I guess. I did also write down Kevin. I just thought that was kind of funny, just every time he said Kevin. And then it's like, I don't have Kevin. I won't have Kevin anymore. Oh no, I'm compromised. Like, all right, man, just chill out already. Like, all right, jeez. So yeah, I just thought that was kind of funny. He's just obsessed over Kevin. Make sure, everyone, we get an F in the chat. When you start your comments and you put in the something positive thing, always be sure to start off with F, then your positive thing, and then whatever criticisms you may or may not have about this episode. Be sure you do it like that. So, coal mines and the toxic waste, that was interesting. Again, I did actually kind of like that. It's like, okay, these spiders, what's happening to them? It's like, oh, well, you just kind of assume, oh, they're like alien spiders or something, you know? And then it's like, oh, no, these are normal spiders. Well, normal, you know, like, yeah, some of them were sort of experiments in Sheffield. And then, oh, God, excuse me. And then they just ended up in this toxic waste dump, basically. And one of them was still alive, kept growing, and now just all of this has happened. Like, oh, well then. Like, well, that's very interesting, actually, that it's like, no, it's not that they're aliens, they're just spiders. They're just toxic waste, like Spider-Man, basically. It would have been interesting if, like, one of them became, like, Man-Spider. It's like, you know how it's like, oh, Spider-Man, he was bitten by a radioactive spider. Like, well, what if this... It's like the old joke, it's like, oh, well, what if there was a spider that was bitten by a radioactive man? It becomes Man-Spider, you know? Like Man-Bat or something, you know? That would have been kind of funny, but oh well. But yeah, I did kind of like that it's like, no, it's just spiders, you know? Now, we had the thing with Ryan's dad, so I'm assuming that's going to be sort of an overarching thing with Ryan, that I guess his dad wants to reconnect. Maybe that'll be a future episode, who knows. His dad wants to start reconnecting now that Ryan doesn't have any proper family. But Ryan doesn't want to fucking do that, you know? He doesn't consider his father proper family because he's fucking gone. But you know who is? Who is here? Who is proper family? Graham, best character ever. Fucking Graham, he definitely is like Wolf. It's like, yeah, it's like, oh, here's the grandfather. Not just that. Here's this amazing man. Here's this amazing, amazing man. That's how he's like Wilf. So I assume we're going to get more of that later. honestly, they could do like a... well, see, okay, here's what I'm thinking. Because I thought, like, oh, well, maybe they'll bring in his dad, and then the Doctor will have to, you know, like, he'll get caught up in some alien thing, and the Doctor will have to deal with it. And then I remembered, wait a minute, that's an episode of the Sarah Jane Adventures. Which it was. It was when Clyde's dad came back and got, like, was it the Mark of the Berserker or something? And then, like, you know, he was, like, turning Clyde away from everyone. And they were, like, struggling. Like, I think it was Ronnie that was trying to figure out, like, what to do and, like, break the spell and stuff. Until eventually Sarah Jane came in. Because she was, like, out most of that episode. But Sarah Jane came in and was able to save Clyde. So yeah. So if they do something like that, then it's just going to be a straight rip on that episode of the Sarah Jane Adventures. Go watch that, everyone. I'm going to rewatch that, at least my reaction. I'll rewatch my reaction after this. Because, yeah, that was a good damn episode, man. I kind of miss the Sarah Jane Adventures, honestly. Like, God, that was a really good show. So, anywho, what time is it? It's 11:30. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking the clock. Actually, today, for the what video is Alex posting while he's recording, well, I'm probably not going to do it during this video, but today, actually, the Ghost Monument is going up. So, just a little tell you where we are, when we are, specifically. Anyway, shoot him! Shoot him! Just shoot him. That was interesting. Yeah, again, it's like, oh, well, it's like, oh, what is wrong with everyone from this country? Just shoot him. It's like, yeah, this is the American. It's like, unfortunately, this is like kind of accurate, even though not all Americans are like that. You know, I will be honest, I've never held a gun in my life, and I'm okay with that. But yeah, it's like when this guy's like, oh, let's just shoot him. That's what we do in America and stuff. And it's like, God damn it, a lot of people in America are like that, though. So, again, it's one of those things where it's like, I hate him, but he's accurate. It's like, he's obvious, though. I think that's the problem, is that he's obvious. Like, there's no nuance or anything about it. He's so obvious. So, anyway. Rave, I thought that was kind of silly, but that was fun that they just basically put on loud music, and then that got all the spiders in the panic room. That was funny. And then at the end, okay, friend, you know, when this guy comes in with a gun and he's about to shoot the spider, which first off, I was already sad for that spider. It's like, oh shit, just suffocating. Like, oh, that sucks. I don't want to see that. It's like, oh, I do feel bad for this spider, you know? It's like, oh, it's just as scared of us as we are of it. It's like, aw, well, now I feel bad. And then this guy just comes in and shoots him. Like, God damn it. And the worst thing is because we showed 2 episodes ago, you know, they reestablished the Venusian Aikido, which we've had since the 3rd Doctor, at least. And it's one of those things, like the sonic screwdriver. It's like, well, if you have that, will you bust it out, for God's sake? It's like, God damn it, girl. Why aren't you busting out that Aikido? How is she not disarming fools left and right? But granted, you could say that about every Doctor, honestly. Like, there's so many instances where it's like, oh, no, they have a gun or something. It's like, well, Doc, disarm them. Disarm them, for God's sake. But, oh, it just sort of drives me up a wall. It's like, Doc, do it. You can stop him. You're right there. Just be like, boom, boom, or something. Anyone stop him. You know? Anyway. But, again, I will say that is not a problem with the 13th Doctor specifically. That is a problem with every Doctor that has not been busting out that Venusian Aikido on people, start whooping some fools, you know? Just something, you know? Like, the most we've had is, you know, the 12th Doctor did that on the blue guy, and then she did that to paralyze the one guy. Yeah, this is very specific descriptions I'm giving. But yeah, it's like, God, someone stop him. Like, even Yaz, you're a cop, I get, they don't carry guns, yada, yada, yada. But they have to have some training, right? Like, she has... Okay, answer me a question about this. Because, yeah, I've known for a while, since Torchwood, that, UK cops don't carry guns. Fine, I accept that. Yaz is not going to have a gun. But they have to have some training for disarming, right? Or just some basic, training, to break up, a scuffle or something. I feel like a cop would have some basic training. So when this guy walks in with a gun, Yaz should be able to disable him, right? I don't know. So, it's just one of those things. And especially because it was dying already. It's like, well, God damn it. And then he just walks away, too. It's like, well, do something, Doc. Discredit him. Say you got this all on camera or something. Anyway. But it is honestly a minor thing. And that honestly, I guess, just sort of works into the whole thing about the hotel dick. That it's like, it just sucks. He's obvious and he sucks. But whatever, And then at the end we had more. Like all Disney princesses, the three of them wanted more. But I like that. I like Graham saying, it's like, look, I can either sit in my house that has everything that my wife had. It's all her in there. And I could sit there and I can grieve. Or I can work through my grief while exploring the universe. And, Ryan, I don't even remember what his reason was. I'm sure it was something it wasn't exactly that, but it was, we wanted more, Well, he said he didn't want to go back to working in that warehouse. Did he work in a warehouse? Wait a sec. Have they ever established... Wait, did they ever establish where he worked? Wait a second, I don't remember. I don't know, but he said he's basically just, I don't want to return to normal life after this, and Yaz was basically the same. She wants more. So yeah. So I like that. And I like the doctor, giving them a lot of outs. Like, look, are you really sure? I can't keep you safe, really. It's like, I can't guarantee that you'll be safe. I can do my best, but things happen. My last companion got turned into a Cyberman. So, I can't guarantee your safety. Let me just be sure. So, but they are all on board. And I do like that they all pulled the lever to start the TARDIS. That was really cool. So, yeah. This feels like, ever since Clara, I've really enjoyed that with Clara and with Bill, the Doctor sort of maintained their home life, yeah, they went out and traveled and stuff, but, the Doctor was still, at the university with Bill and, teaching, and she was, doing her stuff. Or, in Series 7, when, Clara was working either, as a nanny, or later she worked as a teacher. It's like, I like that they kept some semblance of a home life, because that was the problem with Amy and Rory, that they couldn't keep their home life. They kept going off. And that was the thing, from Rose to Amy and Rory, you just go, and you don't go home, basically, for a while. So, it looks like with the three of them, we may be going back to that sort of oh yeah, we're just gonna go, and if we come back, we come back, and that's just that. We are mostly just out. They live on the TARDIS now. But I have enjoyed the fact that, Clara and Bill sort of kept a life on Earth. So, I think that sort of makes the most sense, but I'm okay with, them, just being full TARDIS crew, basically. TARDIS fam. Team TARDIS is interesting. It's like Team Flash or Arrow or something. It's like, Team TARDIS. I guess? I don't know. That's basically it. Still a good episode. I enjoyed it. Pretty simple, honestly. It's like, it wasn't the best episode. And Jack Robertson, the hotel dick, that's not the hotel dick you want, honestly. But yeah, I still liked it, and I'm curious to see where we are going next time. So yeah, with all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Doctor Who reactions, you can click on the playlist, you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure to hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon, follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.